Hi everyone, it's Friday. Well done for a super duper week of maths learning. Yesterday's activities were so tricky and I've seen your work and you all work so hard, so well done. So this morning then, before we go to our workbooks, we're going to focus a little bit more on our addition, okay? So remembering our add sign. So I would like you to get your whiteboard and your whiteboard pen and we're going to do a few activities together to get our brains working and to help us remember all about addition today, okay? So if you have not got your whiteboard yet, go and grab it now. Super. Okay then, so the first thing I want you to do on your whiteboard today is I would like you to write me the symbol which represents, so the symbol which means add or plus. Okay, so you do that and then I'm going to write it on my board and see if you have got the same as me, okay? So this is our add sign. Have you all got that? It's a big thumbs up if you have. So remembering, this means add. And on your whiteboard now, I would like you to write the word add. So to help us remember, add, and it's got two d's, okay? Because it's really important that we know what the word is as well as the symbol, okay? Because sometimes in maths questions, it might look like the word instead of the symbol. So it's really important for us to know that. So this is our symbol and it means add or it means plus. So again, underneath or next to your add symbol, like me, you're going to write the word plus this morning, okay? So I'm going to have a go and you do it now on your whiteboard. So thinking about our sounds, L, O, S, L, O, S, Pl, O, S, plus, okay? So we know now that this is our symbol and you should have had a really good go at writing our vocabulary for add and plus, okay? Super job. So let's move on then to the second symbol which we might find in a number sentence. And this one means all together or the total. Which one is it? Have a go. It's equals. Let's write it on our whiteboard. Remember it's two straight lines underneath each other like train tracks, equals, okay? Now again, we're going to write the vocab for our equal sign, okay? So let's have a go thinking about, so equals, it starts with the E sound. And then think equ, so we've got our qu sound next. And now the ending's a little bit tricky. Equals. Okay, so think about your tricky word all. It's not the U sound, it's the A. Okay? Equals, okay? So we've got our symbol and we've got our word. So our symbol equals can mean equals or total, remember? So I want you to write this one on your whiteboard as well. Total, okay? And these words, year one, will really help you when we get to some word problems, okay? Because this vocabulary will help you know how to answer the questions when we get to our workbooks. So this morning, our brains are thinking about symbols and words, okay? So symbols and vocabulary. So once you've done that, ask your adult to take a picture and then you're going to clean your board and I'm going to clean mine and we're going to do a few quick sums to get our brains warmed up, okay? So clean your board like I'm cleaning mine and then let's get started. So I'm going to shout this morning two numbers at you and then you're going to write them on your board in a number sentence, okay? So I want you to add the two numbers that I shout. So I'm going to start with the number 12 today, quite a big number. So 12 on your whiteboards. And I would like you to add 5 to 12. So what's that going to look like in a number sentence? 12, add 5 equals. Okay, and how are you going to work that out today? Thinking about our methods from yesterday, you could use your 100 square, you could use a number line, you could get objects in your house, so real objects, or you could draw counters. The last method you could use is in your head, and that's the method we're going to use together today. So I know that when I use an addition sum, and I need the biggest number in my head first. So the biggest number in my sum is the number 12. So I'm going to get 12 in my head, and how many do I need to add? 5. So I'm going to get 5 here, and I've got 12 in my head. And I'm going to count on, so I'm going to count up from 12, and I'm going to count up 5. Are we ready? Let's do it together. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I know that 12 and 5 more equals 17. Okay, super job. Let's do one more. I hope your number sentence looks like mine. Let's do 8 plus, so remember, plus is the same as add, so it's still the same symbol. Add 11. And what do I need at the end of my number sentence before I write my answer? My equal sign. Okay, so let's do the same again. Finding the biggest number first. Now remember, just because the biggest number is the second number in my number sentence, it doesn't mean that I can't use that number first. So I'm going to underline it because it's my largest number. Now I'm going to start with the number 11 in my head, and I need to add on 8 more. So how many fingers do I need to get? 8. So 11 in my head and 8 fingers. So counting upwards from 11. Are we ready? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I know that my answer is 19. Look, my 9 is 4, make a circle, then a line, checking that all of my numbers are formed correctly. Okay, so have a good go this morning, thinking about our symbols and thinking about our sums before you go to your workbook. So take your time with your starter activity today, okay? Pause the video if you need to and have a good go with your adult. Have a good go independently. Take some pictures before we move on to your workbooks, okay? Good job, year 1. So let's move on then to our workbooks for the day. We've got a lot to do again, and it is all about addition still in our reception booklet. So reception booklet today, and we're looking at page number 10 today. And today we've got some addition sums again, but using, we all know what this is, a number line, okay? So remember, when we use a number line for our addition, it means we're jumping forwards, and we can see here we've got some arrows to help us remember which way to jump on our number line. So let's look at this one together. The number sentence, which you should always read out first, is 2 add 2 equals. So I need to start on my number line with the first number, number 2. And look, it's there. So I'm going to start here, and I need to add 2 more. So to add 2 more, I'm going to jump 2 spaces. 1, 2. So I know that I've landed on the number 4. So 2 add 2 equals 4. Okay, so let's have a look at the next one. Read it out loud with me. 3 add 1 equals. So what number do I need to start on? The number 3. So let's find it. 3. And I need to jump how many spaces? I'm only adding 1. So I'm going to find number 3 and do 1 big jump. And what number have I landed on? The number 4. Okay, you could even, once you've finished your sum, have a go at writing it out again to practice your number formation and your symbol. Okay, so there's a little bit of extra practice there. So once you've done those 3, you've then got some pictorial methods, okay, and it's a mixture today. So it's going to ask you to count how many items are here and how many items we have at the end, so at the total. And then it's going to ask us to fill in the missing number. So it starts with 3 sweets and it ends with 5 sweets. So what have we added to our 3 sweets to make 5 sweets? Well, a good way to figure this out is if we cross off 3 sweets here, we will be left with how many they have added. So we've got 3 sweets here, so we take those away, and look, we've got 2 sweets left. So I know that 3 sweets add 2 sweets is, let's count and see how many we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I would like you to write your answer at the side as well. Okay, what you could do, if you've got the reception booklet, once you've had a go in your booklet today, I would love to see some pictures of you finding your own objects and doing some sums like this on your whiteboard. It might be that you've still got some sweeties left over from Christmas. You could use those as counters to help you, and then maybe if you get all of your sums correct, your mummies and daddies might let you have a sweet as a treat. Okay, so let's move on then to the year 1 booklet. So today we are sticking with addition, so some more addition for us in year 1 if you've got the year 1 booklet. And again we're going to look at the missing symbol. So this is why this morning we've had a go at writing our symbols and even the words that our symbols represent. So here we need to think about what symbol goes where. So let's work out the sum together. 1, 2, 3. And I would like you to write down each number. 3, remember the symbol, add, let's count, 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay, so let's work out that sum. 3 add 3, we'll write it here. Okay, so 3 and 3 more, let's do it in our heads. Count, get 3 in your head. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know that the answer to that sum is 6. Have I got 6 cakes here? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know that now my symbol to go in this box must be equals, because that is the total of 3 cakes and 3 more cakes. So in this box here will be our equals sign, because that is the total. That's how many we have all together. And we've double checked because we wrote our sum, didn't we, here? And we worked it out first. So we worked it out first to make sure that this symbol was correct. So when you move on to this sum, that is exactly what I would like you to do again, okay? Working out, so counting the objects, working it out in a number sentence, checking to see if the symbols will be in the right place. Moving on to question number 2. It's asking you to circle the pairs of numbers that make 20. So this is a really nice activity because you've got to work out each answer to the sum, and they are all in our number sentences. So using any of the methods that we've been practicing, and you're going to circle the ones that make 20. Now some of them might be really easy because you could use your number bonds. So you might be able to find the answer just by using your number bonds, but some others you might need to use some different methods. So counters, number square, number line, or even counting on in your head, okay? And then the last one, you've got to have a go at using a number line and jumping on to find your answer, okay? So lots of different methods there again, if you've got the year 1 booklet. Some of these might seem trickier than they are, and remember my tip, work it out first, which will then help you to make sure your symbols are in the right place. And again, parents, if you could take a picture, then we will know exactly if you're working out is correct, okay? It's all about the working out. Good job. So lastly, moving on to the Year 2 booklet today. Now yesterday, Year 2, you had a really tricky day. You had subtraction with partitioning, which was really difficult. But I saw how hard you worked, so really well done. And today we're sticking with subtraction. But today you're going to look at subtraction in a number of different ways. That it's nothing that you haven't done, but you will notice that we've got some words, some vocabulary to help us. And that's why we covered our vocabulary this morning, so that when you're reading the questions, it will help you, because you will know now that equals, and I know that means altogether, I know that means total, so it will help you read the questions and understand, okay? So let's have a look together then at some of the different questions that we've got to do. So here, for question 1, we've got to fill in the missing numbers, okay? So there's a few ways that you can do this, but the easiest way is to start with your answer. So here it says 5 subtract what equals 2. So we've got to find out what's missing. So thinking about, if I start with 2 and I end with 5, what do I add to 2 to get to 5? Okay. So thinking about our number bonds to 5 to 10, what do I need to add to 2 to get to 5? Okay, you can also do this one on your fingers. So this one's quite easy. Okay, so 5 take away 3 equals 2. Okay, super. You could also think about your number bonds again. So if you start with 2, you know that you need 3 to get to 5, or you could start with 5 counters and take away 2 and how many are left. So there's lots of different ways you could work out those sums. When you get to the larger numbers, for example 60 take away something equals 20, you can think about using your 100 square and your tens as well and counting backwards, okay? So finding 60, what do I need to take away to get to 20? Let's count backwards in tens. 10, 20, 30, 40. So I've jumped back 4 tens, which is 40. Okay, so 60 take away, I've just counted back 40, is 20. So lots of different ways you can solve that, depending on what method you enjoy working with. Then on question 2 and question 3, we've got word problems, which is why this morning we looked at our vocabulary, okay? So you've got some number sentences, but then it changes to words. 73 take away 40, and then this is our vocabulary of the day, equals how many? So that doesn't change our question. And what I would like you to do is underneath, write it in a full number sentence to help you solve the sum, okay? And you've got to write your answer as a word. So first I would like you to solve it and write the number, and then you can transfer that number into a word, okay? And the same for each one. So for each of these questions I would like to see, circle the vocab that you need, write it in a number sentence, answer it as a number, and then write it as a word, okay? So lots of different steps there to get the answers. And the same with question 3. These are all word problems, but I would like you to first write them in a number sentence. So I know that my first number is 11, and then it says ache, ache. 11 take away. 11 take away 6. So 11, and remember take away also means subtract. 11 take away 6 is my second number, and then what comes at the end? My equals sign to make it into a number sentence. So I figured out that this word problem means 11 take away 6. So then I can solve my sum using any of the methods that we've used today, and I can write my answer in the box. So question 3 isn't about just solving the sum. It's about knowing our vocabulary and changing it from words into a number sentence, okay? So lots and lots of tricky thinking there in your Year 2 booklet today. Again, taking a picture of your working out so that we can see how well you've got on and what methods you're using and which ones are working the best for you. So if your adult can let us know in an email what method you're finding the best way to solve those problems as well, that would be a really big thumbs up for us as your teachers, okay? So have a brilliant day. It's your last day of the week. Work hard and then you've got 2 days to have a lovely weekend. I'll see you on Monday.